This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. We are having a great conversation with Michael Nguyen. He is the executive director at Teach for America Milwaukee. He's joining us tonight over the stream from the great city of Milwaukee. Michael, I read this great article by one of our colleagues here at Civic Media, John Scott. And he kind of pointed out in the article that so many teachers leave the industry because of low pay. At what point, and I keep hearing that this is going to be an issue, but it seems like we are filling positions. So at what point does it get dangerous, or do you see that trend changing anytime soon based on your knowledge?
Here's what the research shows us, right? Research shows us that when teachers leave their schools, that there also has a reset, right? So there's a reset for that classroom. Sometimes there's a reset for that grade level. And then when you bring a new person in, you have to retrain them on the school culture, the school's expectations, building those relationships with students, that institutional knowledge. And so what actually happens is you're losing consistency, right? And so there's actually a danger of that every year, that every time a teacher leaves a building, that cycle has to begin again. And so I think, just like any profession, that's true. I think if we think about reasons why people leave, is oftentimes they start thinking of building a family, thinking about other opportunities that might pay more. A lot of the things that I see mitigating that is when people are in schools where they feel supported. There are school leaders, there are principals that are building adult cultures, that people are feeling successful, feeling connected, and feeling in community with each other as adults. So I think the obvious answer that I agree with is how do we compensate teachers better? What I also see as important to people that I've talked to my core members about is being in an environment where they can see themselves long-term in that community.
We are coming to, you said you were at a dinner with folks who are fulfilling their commitment. We're coming to the end of the school year for some kids, where some kids are graduating. For Teach for America Milwaukee specifically, what does this summer mean for you all, as far as, is it training, recruitment, things of that nature, or is it like we're going to take a couple weeks off, or what do you do during the summertime for Teach for America Milwaukee?
What's funny, Greg, is my staff wish we could take a few weeks off. So yesterday when I say my staff, I mean the people on my team, the coaches, the folks who work with the teachers in our community. Yesterday we had a meeting preparing for the summer training that we're doing. So we are expecting nearly 30 new teachers with Teach for America Milwaukee next year. They start online training with us on June 10th.
Wow.
And then, some of these folks are just graduating college. They have a few weeks themselves. Our teachers right now, their school years won't end yet. And we're going to start training the new group, and then they're going to join us in Milwaukee for summer school, where they're going to teach students over the summer, get coaching, get mentorship, build some of those relationships early on, so that when they get to the fall, they have skills and mindsets they can immediately implement for their new school and new classroom.
That's great. Love it.
We were talking earlier in the show about data centers and AI, Michael. How do you see, will AI affect teaching in your opinion? I'm sure it will affect it one way or the other, but how do you think it will affect it?
So I'll start with how it will not.
Okay.
How it will not, like Pete, your wife, my wife, they're irreplaceable in the sense that kids will always want to build relationships with them. Kids will always trust them. Their family members at home will always want to connect with them, because that's the human element. The human relationship is what will never leave teaching, no matter how strong AI gets. Now, that does not mean AI is a bad thing. I had a conversation with someone yesterday. We have a teacher who teaches at Ronald Reagan High School in Milwaukee, the top performing high school in the city. His name is Brent Champion. And what Mr. Champion does is he uses something called Google Notebook LM. And he puts all of his classroom notes on there. The kids have access to his notes. The kids can rearrange the notes. The kids can create study guides from them. The kids can create test questions that they can practice with it. Mr. Champion doesn't have to do any of that. AI is doing that for him And AI is essentially functioning as like an additional tutor and resource for the kids. And that's good for the kids too, right? Because, why redo something? Why have to create something? There's no character building there. The point is for kids to be educated.
Do you think AI will affect our marriages, Michael, in any way?
I hope not, man. I hope not.
Boy.
Not mine, right?
I gotta go. Wow, he took it in a direction, Michael, that surprised both you and me. I'll tell you that.
He went
listen,
with it though. He was right there.
Yeah,
listen,
totally.
there's I'm sure we've all read the same articles about how folks are getting connected to AI, and I can assure you that will not happen in my household.
There you go.
Oh, my wife's husband might as well be named Claude because she calls it her best friend, and she hasn't called me that in a while. So yeah, it's here to stay for sure.
I'm cheering for you. I'm cheering for you.
I appreciate that. Back at you, buddy. Michael Nguyen, it was nice getting to know you. Keep up the great work and enjoy your dinner tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's really nice meeting you too.
All right, that's Michael Nguyen. Check out Teach for America, and whatever you do, folks, this week. Be good to your teachers. Appreciate them. Show them appreciation the best way you know how.
I do. It's a box of donuts.
Maybe something that doesn't cause them harm long term.
There you go.